guys, TC here again. Starting off with another tank review for you. As you can see, we're looking at the big American bruiser here at tier 7, the T29. An absolutely epic tank, I have to say. Absolutely adore this thing. It's got a virtually impenetrable turret at the front here. As you see, you've got 279mm of front armour plus this huge gun mantle, which is, as you see, it's huge. And you know, usual weak spot for the American tanks. A little cupola here at the back. The hull isn't exactly fantastic. 102mm sloped and pointed at the front. 76 at the sides and 51 at the rear. Standard American, soft hull, tough head. As you can see, crew-wise, we've got full BIA, full repairs. We're working on firefighting, and then we've got the commander as Sixth Sense. We've got Deadeye, clutch braking, repairs, safe stowage, and intuition. We've also got the situational awareness perk on the radio operator as well. So we've got a 410 meter view range with an 812 meter signal range. Tank reloads in 9.41 seconds. So you know you're getting out just under 6 rounds a minute with this, with the configuration that you see here. It's got the top gun, the 105mm. Now this gun, as you can see, is available at the T29 only. A word of advice when you're grinding up this line, the M6, which you see here, would be the preferred route in because you get to unlock the 90mm. As you can see, this gun is available on the M6, the T20, the T29, the Perishing and the M46 pattern. If you're going up this line and you go up the M6 route, you want to unlock this gun before you unlock the T29, because otherwise you have to play the T29 with the 76mm gun and 128 pen at tier 7 when you could face E75s. I wish you all the best. At least with the 90mm, you got 160 pen, you got 243 with premium. You know, it is a good way. To go. Obviously, it's not the monster that this is, but it's a lot more accurate. This gun, as you can see, 0.38 to 0.42. So make sure you get this gun unlocked first before you finish the grind on the M6. If you come via the medium line, because as you can see from the M3 Lee, you can either go to the M4, the T1 Heavy. If you go the medium line, at least make sure you unlock on the T20 the 90mm gun, which you can see here, because as you saw before, that carries over to the T29. So whatever you do, make sure you get that gun unlocked first. Equipment, as you can see, bog standard, large caliber tank gun rammer, improved vents class 3, and a V-stab. Ammo loadout: 33 AP shells, 20 APCR, 10 HE shells. You can carry a lot of ammunition in this tank, so you can be quite liberal with how you split it out. They aren't cheap though, these premium rounds at 4,800, and 1,000 credits per shot for your AP rounds make it not exactly cheap to run. And as you can see, the standard big repair kit, big med kit, and an automatic fire extinguisher. Sorry, correction, that's a manual fire extinguisher. Better change that, haven't we? There we go. I'll just change that quickly on the fly for you. And the automatic fire extinguisher. I've got 1 mark of excellence on it. I'm still working on getting that better, but I've got a 58% win rate in it, and I do really enjoy this tank a lot. It's a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at my Ace Tanker game in this. It's my most recent Ace Tanker game in this. I do have quite a few, but this is the most recent one I've got. So without further ado, what we'll do is we'll jump into the replay and we'll kick off. Okay. As you can see, we're just starting into the game, so we'll just speed up. Really nice matchup here. We're on a tier 7. We're on a top tier 7 game. Opposition wise, we've got a T43, an E25, a T28 HTC, a GW Panther at tier 7, smattering of tier 6s and some tier 5s below us. What I'm going to do, as per usual, we'll speed up, we'll keep it at this pace until we get into some engagement. As you can see, I'm going to head down to the corner of Fail here on Arctic region. Usual position for heavy tanks. As you can see, just showing off the gun depression there to myself. That's one of the benefits of the T29. Going hull down in this tank is absolutely stonking. You really can go very, very hull down in it, and it works a treat. So we're going to push forward forward now into this corner location. Trying to get into location to get some shots off. I nearly take a shell in the back from Hashtag 3G there. Trying to get through this gap here, so if in first you don't succeed, make room for yourself. What I'm going to do, what you see me doing here now, is I'm hugging up to the wall here, so I can basically go hull down over the wall edge here. Take a heat shell from the KV-1 which bounces. The VK comes round, bounces off us with his AP. The T28 bounces, we reload, put a meaty shell there and set the VK on fire. Now we've got a damaged gun, so I use the repair kit to put the gun back in. It's not the most accurate gun anyway, so you do definitely want your gun in action. We've taken a little bit of damage from a HE shell there. T28 HTC there. As you know, the weak point on that tank is its pontoons at the side. Another shell whiffs a bit too high there for us on the KV-1, but we are quite secure. We are fairly well hull down on this location, hugging up against the wall on a slight angle. Team is 2-1 down. There goes our driver, so we put him back in action. As you can see, I aim for the pod. Shot flies true, and we take 294 off the T28 HTC. We're up to 1200 damage already so far in this tank. The T20, the HE shell from the KV-1 there just hits our gun mantle and does no damage at all. I now decide it's time to push forward aggressively as we've taken out the T37. Take out the KV-1 using a little bit of auto aim there. I'm still trying to remain hull down as much as I can do. Crusader comes forward there, so again auto aim, 350 damage done there. T28 bounces, VK bounces. Blocked by armour so far is 1850. Slight snapshot there on the Crusader takes him out of the game. As you can see, with 2 kills and 1700 damage done. Take out the VK there. We did 646 damage to that VK, so we did virtually his entire hit points. We're trying to juke the T28 to shoot here. He shoots, we put another shell for a really high damage roll there of 391 straight through his spontoon there. What you see me doing here is I'm just rocking backwards and forwards to try and juke a shot, but we don't need to. We put a shell into him and that was the entirety of that HTC's hit points. We then take a devastating hit from artillery. Because I've already burnt my repair kit, I can't put my radio operator back in action, so that means I've lost my BIA. Not sure I'm not sure. Just make you aware, if you lose a crew member when you have BIA, you lose BIA. You no longer have the 10% bonus that gives, so your reload is a little bit longer. All the benefits you get from it are a little bit weaker. As you can see, this is a great hill to crest with the T29 using the gun depression. We spot the artillery there, shell into him to take him out of the game. Then we spot the E25. We're looking to try and get a shot on the E25, but we just don't load in time, and he manages to get away. I decide now it's time. I'm going to push forward and go forward on this. We're on 5 kills with 2,487 damage, 3,548 WN8 on this game. As you see, we auto aim on the KV-85, snapshot with a beautiful ammo rack for our top gun. Wouldn't recommend doing that. This tank has 0.42 accuracy. I was very lucky to pull that shot off. So you can see the only damage we've taken is a couple of HE shells and a big wallop from the artillery. There's the E25, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push up this hill. I'm going to try and go hull down to get shots into him. Ideally I need to be further forward than this, but that will expose my hull to him. However, luckily this guy starts to shoot us and he starts to bounce. He's shooting us ineffectively. We keep rocking backwards and forwards. We do take a couple of shots. 2 hits. but he's going to take 3 hits to take the E25 out, and all the time he can kill us at this point. But we stop, we wait, we aim, and there we go, E25 taken out of the game. I'm on 7 kills, 3,761 damage, 6,602 WN8 rating so far, as described on the XVM. What I'm doing now is I'm going hunting for that elusive 8th kill. I have done enough damage to actually complete Heavy Tank 12, but I need to block a further 1,200 damage to actually complete my mission for my Object 260. Unfortunately, that's a bit elusive for me at the minute. I can do them individually, I just can't do them combined. From here on, we're pretty much a passenger in this game. I do push forward because I do want this 8th kill, so I am hunting for it. I'm not going to ask the team not to cap on my behalf though, because for all you know, that VK could have a mission where he needs to cap, and it's not fair on me to do that. I decide the arty's up in the corner, but then he gets spotted over there. The IS has clearly got him dead to rights and takes him out in 1 hit. The IS is then pounced on by the Cromwell, who reappears to take him out, but the Cromwell's on so little health, it's all it's going to take is the IS to nudge him, and there you go. So the only thing left is a T67 on 28 hit points. He's surrounded on 3 sides. As much as I would love the Bradley Walters, you know, epic medals are epic medals. You don't ask for them, you try to earn them, and that's the end of the game. Okay guys, so here's the post-game stats for you. As you can see, it was a mastery badge with Bruiser, Demolition Expert because we ammo racked the KV-85, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shellproof. We got the Steel Wall Medal, High Caliber, and the Top Gun mode. We earned 57,645 credits, and the XP from the ×2 for the first win of the day was 4,378. As you can see on the team scores there, we got 3,761 damage done, 7 kills with 1,459 base experience. A really nice strong showing from the T29 there, and a really nice gameplay which I'm quite happy with. We're almost double the next person's damage as well, which is always really nice to come out with. And you know, a strong game for us there. As you can see on the detail report, 17 shots fired, of which 15 hit and 14 penetrated. It does point out the derpy nature of the gun. We got that absolutely awesome snapshot for ammo rack in the KV-85 at over 300 meters. Bearing in mind the gun's 0.4 to accuracy, don't expect it to do that very often. We received 19 hits, of which 5 penetrated and 14 didn't, giving us a total blocked armor of total block by armor of 2,560. We spotted 2 enemy vehicles, which gave us 14 damage for our assistance. Due to the fact we burnt those 2 large premium consumables, we didn't actually make any credits this game. However, had we not burned those, we probably would have ended up with a nice healthy profit there. As you can see, we 17,000 credits for ammunition and just under 5,000 credits for our for the cost of repairing the vehicle. It does earn very good credits, this tank. Obviously, it depends on how you set it up. If you run it like I do, you do need to push a bit further to get that extra damage to actually make money, or try to be as conservative with your damage taken as possible. But it's a really nice tank, it's a lot of fun to play, and really recommend it. It's a good line to grind up. The T32, which follows it, some consider it a weaker version of the T29. It's horses for courses, it's whatever you choose to do that. But the T110E5 at the end is an absolute peach. It's a lovely tank. It's currently a little bit unbalanced, people think, but it does have enough weak points where it's not too unbalanced. But there you go, that's the replay for the T29 review for you. If you haven't got it, it's a really nice grind. People complain about the M3 Lee, but the M3 Lee has a lot of good qualities. It's a really rapid rate of fire. The gun's a bit derpy, but at tier 4 it's more than adequate. The T1 Heavy, I've seen people doing fantastic things with that tank at tier 5, and the M6, but as we said, you just go in MB, you really want to grind out the 90mm gun before you go into the T29, unless you have enough free XP unlocked to basically max this tank out. Anyway, that's the review for today. If you're new, this is the first time to your channel, please subscribe and follow. It really helps the channel out. If you've got any comments, leave them below. That'd be fantastic. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.